We don't want to only stay with Ibn Masud. A reverse example is the Qur'an Code by Ubay. In Sahih al-Bukhari it is said about Ubay that he was the best in reciting the Qur'an. Yet several things of what he recited the Muslims omitted from the Qur'an. Thus, surahs were added to Ibn Mas'ud's Qur'an text. From Ubay's Qur'an text, surahs were cut out. Regarding the question, what gets out into the Qur'an and what doesn't, the early Muslims therefore disagreed in both directions. Today's Qur'an has 114 surahs. Ubay's contained 2 additional surahs, thus in total 116 surahs. We learned that from various sources. Some are not rated as authentic by Muslims, yet others are. We read from Sahih al-Bukhari, our best Qur'an reciter is Ubay, and our best judge is Ali. And in spite of this, we leave some of the statements of Ubay because of Ubay says, I do not leave anything that I have heard from Allah's Apostle. And then he cites from Surah 2, verse 106, that Allah causes verses to be forgotten, and that Allah adds better verses. That means that the one who was able to recite the Qur'an the best, Ubay, had a different version of the Qur'an. Ubay did not want to stop reciting his additional Qur'an texts. The early Muslims noticed this contradiction, and it was a problem for them. How did they react? As an explanation, it was cited from Surah 2, verse 106. That is, Allah who abrogates verses or causes them to be forgotten, and adds better ones. Some Muslims talk about abrogation here. You can read a lot about this on the internet. But was it truly Allah's will, or the will of several people, that these verses do not make it to the Qur'an? In the 114 surahs of today's Qur'an, we do not read about Ubay's verses being preserved. Shouldn't the Muslims have listened more to him because he was able to recite best, trusting the Qur'an version of Usman and Zayd? It is also not possible to talk about Qur'an texts being forgotten here, because Ubay, Umar, and others still remember them. Zayd and Usman just did not include the surahs that he recited in the Qur'an, despite Ubay having suggested it. Now Muslims could say Ubay was only one person. One needs several witnesses in order for a Qur'an text to be included. But in other cases, Zayd did accept Qur'an texts, even if only one witness was found. By the way, in other written traditions, we read that Ubay's Qur'an was said to have been standard Qur'an in Syria, until Usman ordered the Qur'an text to be burned here too. Let's summarize 2 of the 4 people that were recommended by Muhammad and had a different Qur'an. And the Qur'an that Muslims read today was not put together by people that were not suggested as connoisseurs of the Qur'an. And the issue does not simply revolve around differing dialects or ways of spelling, but instead whole chapters that are missing or added. How can one nonetheless believe that the Qur'an was passed on perfectly? If you are interested in that, here are more videos about the Qur'an and about the Bible.